In this episode, we play What's the Word? But this time we play What's the Question?
And on the flip side, could you imagine giving a 20-minute press conference to talk about other men's facial hair? And we take a deep dive to see where Mike ranks in the world of all the Mikes. Mike, hit the music.
They don't listen like I do. Wait, they don't listen like I do. Welcome to the Funny Business Podcast, everybody. My name is Mike Gambito. Alongside with me is none other my best friend, my roommate for life, Mr. Matt Summers. Matt, are you waiting? How are things?
It's a great TikTok sound. It's great dance. Yeah, thanks for good vibes to start the episode. I don't know. What are you doing? For those listening, Mike's arms have betrayed the rest of his body. I'm doing great. It's a great day. We got a really good T-shirt, Florida Gators. It's really comfy. I think I got this for Christmas. I don't know what brand it is. Might be Home Field. Shout out Home Field. I don't even think it's Home Field. But I feel great, look great, smell great. I hope we're ready for a great podcast. How are you?
I smelled it.
Does it smell like mahogany?
Poop smells like sandalwood. I'm ready. I'm ready for an episode. Totally prepared for this one. You know how I am.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have any small talk before we get started. So, Matt, we're going to get deep here again on the Funny Business Podcast.
How deep?
How deep is your love?
Oh.
All right. So, Matt, remember What's the Word?
Yes, I remember What's the Word. This is episode 255.
Episode 255. We are going to randomwordgenerator.com/random. No, sorry. I apologize. randomwordgenerator.com/question.php.
Question.php?
It is randomquestiongenerator.com.
Oh, okay. So it's going to give us a bunch of questions.
Yeah. The internet is going to find out who we are as Mike and Matt. Matt, are you ready?
Is this AI? Is this considered AI?
No. It's a Fibonacci sequence. I don't know.
That's what right over my head. Yes, I'm ready.
So like randomwordgenerator.com or What's the Word? Matt, how many clicks should I start with?
3.
1, 2, 3. Okay. So the question is, how have you EVET, EVET, which is probably ever, have you ever taken a long shot that worked out?
Well, in gambling terms, yes.
Are you allowed to talk that on a podcast publicly?
Yeah, I think so. Why not?
No. Okay. I forgot. Oh, it's stock trading that you can't talk about.
Yeah. You can talk about sports. Yeah, absolutely. The last year's Super Bowl, I think I had somebody to score a touchdown like plus 2,000, which is very hard odds. And I think he scored like the final touchdown of the game in overtime. That was cool. In life, probably. I don't really know what's coming to mind right now. I mean, I took a job outside of like what I went to college for.
Mm-hmm. That's a long shot.
Working out pretty good. Yeah, it's working out well.
Yeah. This year's Super Bowl, we were at a party, as I mentioned in previous episodes, and somebody's like, "What color's the Gatorade?" I'm like, "Yellow," and it was yellow.
Yeah,
which wasn't the long shot. So, the long shot for me, probably, I can't. One does not come to mind right now.
It's a hard question, like on the spot to think of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, Matt, I know you talked about like jobs, but like going for a new job is always a long shot, regardless of how confident you think the work culture is or how confident you think the work skills are. Like it always is a long shot because you are comfortable in your current position and you're moving on to something different. So sometimes it's high risk, high reward. And I think it always is a high risk, high reward because you don't know what you're transitioning into. The grass cannot always be greener on the other side.
Not always. And no matter how many like good questions you ask like during the interview process to like try to find out, like really until you show up like day one, you don't know. You just really don't know. And even not even day one, a couple months in, you don't really get the vibe till then.
Yeah. The next question, and I'll answer this as long as you have a little time. What's the one thing that you seem to constantly lose? Probably the one thing that I constantly seem to lose is where I locate my moccasins in my house.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I ended up searching around, and before Matt got on the call, I think Matt was on an empty screen before I showed up, was ready to record. It ended up being I was trying to find my moccasins, and I could not remember the last time I put them, because it's either I put them by my shoes, I put them in here, or I put them in the bedroom. And I think the most wild one I think I put was in the bathroom at one point. So a little crazy when it comes to things I've lost, which is the moccasins.
That is pretty crazy. I have two instances that come to mind. One of them is seasonal. So the first one, every time we go to clean the apartment, whether I have like Windex or like Clorox wipes, always lose them. Like the stack of them, like I can never find the spray, can never find the wipes when I need to like grab a new one. The other one is very seasonal. It happens every year when I go to wrap Christmas presents. I cannot remember for the life of me where I put the tape. Like I will use the tape, I will put it to my left, and for the life of me, it disappears, and I don't know what happens.
While you're wrapping presents or trying to find the tape?
While I'm wrapping the presents.
Oh, okay. That's always just a mess.
Yeah, it's a war zone in there.
Yeah. All right, next one. Who was the last person you made happy, and what did you do to do it?
At work today?
Ooh, there we go.
I guess. Yeah, we had some volunteers come in to help out with program that were a really big help, and I think our staff appreciated that. And I kind of like coordinated like bringing them in.
Did you share thanks, or did you know?
When I left for the day, I got some thanks, and the volunteers had a great time, so I think I made them happy too. So yeah, we'll go with that. What about you?
One thing that I think I particularly made an individual happy with was somewhat a work situation. I ended up having a phone call with somebody that was about 45 minutes. It seemed as though that the request that they had was not honored in a way, was not fulfilled in quite a few years. So it kind of took a little bit of time to work it through and kind of write down what the accomplishment was and kind of write it all together and piece it all together. And at the end, she goes, "So how much do I owe you?" And I started laughing because I was like, you don't owe me anything. And she said, "Greatly appreciated. Thank you so much." And I think it made a day.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's little things like that.
Yeah. What is something you thought would be a great idea, but was terrible when you actually did it?
When I actually did it, so we actually had to do this probably every time I fill out a March Madness bracket, I think it's going to be perfect, and it's terrible. Except this year's going to be different.
Yeah.
The pillowcase idea, I still stand by that. It's gonna make us
a terrible idea.
No, I still stand by that. That's why I'm not gonna. That's not my answer. I don't know. What are you thinking?
And I think we've mentioned this before, but I don't know why it popped in my head. But this is the point of the segment. When I switched your contact name to the president of the university we went to, and you asked if you could get, what was it, 150?
How many likes how many retweets for you to cancel school tomorrow?
And people thought it was real.
Yeah, it got so many retweets too. Yeah. Yeah, that was funny. I think that worked out well. Yeah.
We had to
didn't work out well for other people. We did do an apology. That's right. Yeah.
We even swore on the Bible.
That's probably the first like conjoined project we did for like the internet before the podcast.
The internet. I thought you were going to say. I was like, we did a first year microeconomics presentation together.
We did. I think we got a B+.
I think we did.
I think we got like an 89.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn sweets.
We should actually try to find that and like present it on the podcast.
Oh God.
That would be hilarious.
Think I might have it. I have to find it, but I think I have it.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah.
What's your favorite room in your house and why?
Favorite room in my house? I mean, I have like 4. How many rooms do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to say the living room.
Okay.
And why is because that's usually where April and I kind of hang out. Even sometimes we don't eat dinner at the table if we're just kind of like want to watch like The Bachelor or something. Like we'll just get like a tray stand out and like eat dinner there. And also the new TV is just sick.
I like this. Well, technically it's the guest room, but I obviously like my office. I think it's just a place where I can work, I can play, take my mind off a few things, you know. What was that, Matt? What did you do?
Behind you, there's other things that can happen.
In the guest room?
Yeah, just switch it up every once in a while.
What were you doing?
Just getting down and dirty.
Matt, that bed's clean.
Yeah, I know.
Why would I make a mess out of that?
Because
Oh,
you
well,
can wash
actually,
it.
I have a really bad mess right now going behind me.
Yeah, it might be worse than the bed behind me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
Is it? I'm not going to show it.
So it's funny how I remember the first time I visited your apartment ever since you moved in. And when I walked in, I was like, wait a minute. Like, I never have seen that while recording a podcast. So
it's gotten a lot better. I'll say that. Yeah.
That's good. Well, this is a good one. What's your plan for surviving a zombie invasion?
So this is a great question. Initial plan is to find a weapon. Well, first you got to check the surroundings. Are there zombies? How much time before the zombies get to you?
It does not say, but let's say breaking news at 7 o'clock at night. 6 o'clock. World news with David New York, 6 o'clock at night. Breaking news, zombie outbreak.
Okay, so that's what I always wondered. Does that mean like the graveyards, like they come up, or like, or do they start in California and they're making their way to like Pennsylvania? Like, how does? Let's say in this scenario they are in the general area. Okay. First thing, you got to find a weapon. Really wish that. By the way, lightsaber is not working again.
Oh,
really wish it was a real lightsaber. So I'm probably grabbing like a baseball bat. Then you got to find food and water, and then I think I just find like a place to call like home base.
Okay,
but I don't think that can be like the apartment.
See, my first thought was and it's kind of funny because you've watched Walking Dead before. I've not in totality. I've seen bits and pieces of it. To say I'd want to go up to my parents' house, but it's such an open field. You kind of want to bottleneck them just in case if they're trying to invade you. You want to bottleneck them so you have one spot and either it's a gun or knife or whatever. Like you have that opportunity to bottleneck them because then it can't attack you in different directions.
Yeah, I think the other issue, if you do your plan, is like you guys are like when the food runs out, you got to go like pretty far.
Yeah.
To get food, which is an issue. What's your weapon of choice?
Well, really, I would want a gun, but I have knives accessible in every every spot. I'm not going to say where, but in the house, I know where a knife is for each one. So, for instance, I have one in my desk.
I think you have to blur that out on YouTube.
Hey, what's in your hand? A knife! No!
Yeah, we're gonna get the episode's gonna get taken down.
That's gonna look very inappropriate when I try to blur that out.
Yeah, but you have to.
Yeah, I guess I have to.
You have to.
Damn it.
He just I did not expect that. Holy shit. I was gonna say like a baseball bat, but then you have to get pretty close. I'd probably tape a bunch of like knives on like a hockey stick.
I'm thinking like a samurai sword.
Like that. Yep.
Yeah.
Or just like an airsoft gun. Just blow air in their face, and then because you gotta get the head.
Right. But an airsoft gun's not gonna go through the head, Matthew.
Well, I guess you need like a long knife and an airsoft gun because it'll blow them back.
Or you need a real gun.
Yeah, I don't trust myself with a real gun.
Yeah.
I'd hit my foot.
What's the best part of rain?
The best part of rain is when it's over and it's like a calmness. Like there's a nice calmness in the air after it's done raining.
Rain makes corn. Corn makes whiskey. Whiskey makes my baby feel a little frisky.
Yep.
I like it on a day.
I thought that was your answer.
No, I'm going full total dad mode here and saying, I like rain when we need the rain.
Yeah. Rainbows too.
It's a double rainbow.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do 2 more. This has been fun.
I do enjoy this.
This is good. What's something that is common today that humans will be embarrassed about doing in 50 years?
TikToks.
I was just going to say dancing on TikTok.
Yeah. Although I'm glad I had a TikTok era for a little while because like I do watch some of the videos and sometimes they are very bad and cringy. But I can laugh myself, so it's okay.
I thought Matt was going to take off during the pandemic. I was like, yep, Matt's going to be famous and he's going to carry this podcast.
No, you actually have to like, what is it? Be good looking and have personality.
I mean, at least you have one.
Yeah.
Personality.
Looks are fine.
Last one. What's your go-to funny story now, but was horrendous at the moment?
Great question. I don't think my chicken nugget stories are horrendous.
Chicken.
I think
Wait,
they're
chicken
just
nuggets plural.
well, the one was chicken nugget. The other was just a dude in the bathroom. That sounds terrible. That sounds terrible. I don't know. Let me think. You got anything?
I always Jenna loves me sharing this story. I will not give too much context, but there was a time where I used to teach class at a university.
Yeah, that did happen.
And I had a story of a student who just did not want to do the project that I wanted him to do. And it ended up being that he mocked in front of me. Like he was mocking me right in front of me. And he thought I, quote, didn't hear it. And oh, man, it was just... I really don't want to tell the story, but that's the go-to story. I still have to tell it in front of a group of friends. So I'm like waiting that in the queue. But that's probably my favorite go-to story if somebody ever says, like, what's your go-to story?
Mm-hmm. That's a good one. There was a time, I didn't say it, but walking out of church, I heard an interaction of in my parents' church. There is a parishioner who was blind, and he was shaking someone's hand, and the other person said, "It's great to see you." Unfortunate words to say.
It's the same video that, yeah, I think it like goes around quite a bit viral wise. It was like a prom, and it was somebody who won. One of the students was in a wheelchair, and Ed Sheeran's Thinking Out Loud came on as like the chosen song for the King and Queen dance. And of course, the first words that come out is "when your legs don't work like they used to before." And you just heard the whole audience groan.
Yeah. I actually got one, and I don't think I've ever told you this story. Yeah, this is a really good one.
Oh, so, first timer.
We were on vacation, Ocean City, Maryland, and my parents, myself, and my brother were leaving our condo to go to our aunt and uncle's condo because there was just a lot of us. We were in different parts. Yep. So they texted us the room number. We go to said room number. I go to like knock regularly. My mom's like, screw that. My mom goes, bam, 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 bam. And then there's no answer. So I was like, I wonder if it's unlocked. I opened the door. It's unlocked. Total strangers. My aunt texted us the wrong room. Did not know them. I was like, I'm sorry, close the door. I'm like, we gotta go. So we start booking. As I close the door, my aunt calls my mom, is like, sorry, I texted you the wrong room. Yeah.
Wow.
Hysterical now. But in the time, I'm like, we're getting arrested.
Your mom bangs on the...
like, bam, 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 bam.
Open up, it's the police.
Yeah. That was fun.
Oh boy. That was good.
That was, yeah.
Thank you for saving that for today's episode.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Was that the time that you went and you did the podcast on vacation? Like you were on like the...
No, I don't think so. I think this was pre-podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was good though.
Electric. What are our favorite stories to talk about now?
Oh boy. So if you're wondering how can I access these wonderful things, randomwordgenerator.com/question. That was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yes. Thank you for not being prepared today.
Okay. Moving on.
I gotta, before we move on, I got a gripe to say.
You got a bone to pick?
Yeah. I made the switch to YouTube TV. So they had the whole thing. They almost lost like all the Paramount channels.
Oh.
They almost did. Yeah. They lost it for like a day, and then we all got it back. Now there's another one. Starting March 5th, we are losing Universal Kids. How are we supposed to go on? Yeah, that's just my YouTube TV gripe. Jack up the prices when we can't.
Should save it for your segment.
I should have. Before we get to their segment, it's time for week 3 of the March Madness Minute. This is the second to last one, I believe.
Wow, that happened so quick.
Yes, it did happen quick. Because we're recording this episode a little early. Yes, this is the last one.
Wait, the last one?
This is the second last one.
Oh, okay. It's like, wait a minute.
Because the week of the tournament, when we release the podcast, it'll already start, so I won't do one that week. 60 seconds on the clock. Teams that I love, teams that I like, teams that I hate.
Okay, you ready?
Yep. On
Even though you
your,
just
I
said
didn't
you're ready.
practice it this week.
All right. In 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. I love Houston. They have a top 10 offense, even with a very, very slow tempo and a top 5 defense. I like Clemson. The ACC's bad this year, but they got a top 30 offense and defense in the country. I also love Clemson. Love Auburn. They're the best team in the country, hands down. I like UCLA. Really weird season, but they play really good defense. I like Mick Cronin. I like Maryland. They have one of the best starting fives in the entire country. They don't
30.
get a lot of bench production, but you don't totally need that in the tournament. I like Louisville. Pat Kelsey should be coach of the year. I also like Akron. I think they're one of the highest scoring teams in the country. They could really pull off a sneaky upset. On to dislike Tennessee. They always fail in March. It's not going to happen. Offense doesn't pass the eye test. Illinois is prime for a first round upset this year. No shot they make it deep. I also dislike Arkansas. Calipari just hasn't had much success in March recently, and I'm not buying the success they're having recently this season.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I don't know how I keep doing this. That's impressive.
I thought this was going to be it. I thought you were going to break the streak, but
no.
Nah.
Yeah, I got one more to go. I'm 4 for 4. Can't believe March Madness is almost here. It's crazy.
I can't believe March is almost here.
February just went.
Actually, wait. March is here.
Yeah. February is just come and gone like nothing. Yeah. January took forever, and all of a sudden, like the weather is starting to get a little nicer, and it's like, do I need to wear a coat? Do I not? Who knows? With that being said, we're going to slide on into the second half of the show. Some buy or sell. I'm going to buy not giving into weird internet trends.
Okay.
I've never felt less FOMO, and meaning I have no FOMO of not buying a single meme coin.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is new.
What do you mean this is new? You don't know what a meme coin is?
No, I know what a meme coin is, but it's new. It's never thought you'd be thinking about meme coin.
I've seen like people, they go trending on X.com, the everything app, like all the time. Why? What? Is this people can't be making real money on this?
Yeah,
it's crazy. I don't understand it. It's I don't know. Maybe you know more than me, but I don't trust it for a lick.
I always think it's faux pas. Like it's there. If people honor the system, they honor the system. If they don't, then they don't. But I think it's meant for a certain demographic, a certain niche, not meant for the common folk.
Yeah. People though, and I don't know. Now you don't know if it's like a bot on Twitter or if it's like a real person, but people are just losing their goddamn minds over this stuff.
Yeah. I feel as though businesses, unless they are really active, I don't think it's worth it anymore to be on Twitter X. Like, as a business, if you're trying to start to grow presence on Twitter X or Twix, as I like to call it sometimes, it's not worth it.
I like Twix.
Yeah,
I know a lot of work things like we've stopped posting on X.
Yeah,
just don't do it. I'm also gonna sell eggs.
Oh, people would buy them up.
People, would they? I don't know. It's kind of hard to afford eggs these days.
That's all you're selling is eggs.
Yeah, it's eggs are expensive. I don't know. We got to figure it out.
Jenna has been so kind. She suggested that she would be interested in making me like egg muffins for breakfast, and it's like egg. You put feta cheese in it and like a slice of bacon in it, and it's like a little like egg muffin. She's like, of course, the one time you eat eggs more than usual is when egg prices are so high.
Yeah. You like feta?
Yeah, baby.
I'm not a big feta. What's happening? I'm not a big feta cheese fan.
It's good. I shared with so we've tried Gouda, we've tried cheddar, we tried feta. And feta was probably my favorite. It makes it feel fluffy and nice. Yeah, baby.
Okay. We're going to move on. My last one, I'm going to sell stupid press conferences.
Okay.
And this is a little...
Oh, yes.
It's a little late.
Yes, it's okay, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a little late in the news cycle. So the New York Yankees are now getting rid of their facial hair policy.
Yep.
That they've had. Mike, here's a fun trivia fact for you. When did George Steinbrenner enact this facial hair policy?
2002.
Okay, 1976.
Oh shit!
I thought this was from early 19. I thought this was
90s?
like no, I thought it was like 1910.
Oh, okay.
I thought like every Yankee ever had to be clean shaven. However, so now Yankees players can have clean beards, freshly kept beards. I don't care. Who cares? It's 2025. Why are we talking about facial hair? We also don't need a 20-minute press conference to announce that our players can have beards. Your thoughts?
So I'm not surprised with the change. I mean, I think it was more surprising when you started seeing like Yankees players wear like more noticeable chains.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was another thing that I was like starting to notice a little bit more. Like when I watched the World Series, like, boy, there's a lot of bling on everybody lately. Like usually it was like around Steinbrenner days, it was super clean. Like you could barely have like a chain necklace. Like it had to be like probably the size of like a ballpoint, like the point of a pen in order for you to wear it. The beards, I think clarification, well-groomed beards.
Yes, it cannot be like very, very long.
Yeah.
Like Brandon Marsh
Harden
cannot get away with being on New York Yankees.
Right. Or like a James Harden beard. Like fear the beard. I'm okay with the compensation for someone who like is like a chronic like person who can't grow a beard and like is just totally ridiculous at almost 30. Like it's tough. It's tough to remain clean shaven. So it's I'm okay with the rule, but for somebody like me, it's like, well, I still got to be clean shaven. I know the captain is planning on still planning on being clean shaven for the Yankees.
Yeah. Hopefully Garrett Cole grows his beard back. He's a lot better looking with one. Yeah, I think that I don't care what their facial hair looks like.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to hear my owner give a 20-minute press conference that his players can wear beards. I'd rather listen to him talk for 20 minutes that he's a loser for not re-signing Juan Soto.
Yeah.
I'd rather listen to that. And also, they announced that they're not playing New York after they lose.
You stole my cell.
Oh, damn! Son of a bitch. You should have stopped me. I'll save my thoughts for that then.
No.
Yeah. Well, that's all I had. So, Mike, you're buy or sell?
No, I'm selling traditions.
Oh, okay. What about traditions are you selling?
So the Yankees announced 2 days ago. Or a day ago, 9 hours ago, a day ago. I was like, I want to make sure this is like factual information. So I Googled. New York Times reported 2 days ago that the Yankees will no longer play Frank Sinatra's New York after losses.
Oh, wow.
So it may, the headline, this is what happens. You need to read a little bit more.
Yeah, please do tell. I haven't heard of this yet.
Yeah, so of course I don't have a New York Times subscription. So
nobody does.
Going to go to MLB.com.
Yeah.
So by the looks of it, Yankees will no longer play Frank Sinatra's theme from New York after losses. Instead, a rotating selection of Sinatra songs will be played, none of which will be played from the theme New York. The first selection was Sinatra's That's Life, which honestly, I don't mind that.
I kind of like that. Yeah.
The playing, so just a little background. It dates back to 1980s. It does not say if they will play it when they win.
They will.
So they will?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, let's put this on layaway. I don't mind this because I remember walking out of stadiums when they won a good game and hearing this song play. I don't mind that. Now, That's Life as a suggestion. That's key like that. Right there.
Yeah. This is the correct move. I think there's a loose hair in my face. This episode's just crazy. There's a lot of backlash after the World Series when the Dodgers were like celebrating on the field and New York is playing.
I guess that's why.
But there's also, like you said, walking out of the Yankee Stadium after a win and everybody singing New York is awesome. Yeah. So this is a good move, I think.
I gotta get back to Yankee Stadium, but I haven't been in the new one.
Oh, you haven't been in the new one?
I haven't been in the new one. I've been to the old one. I have not been to the new one.
We'll have to go.
Yeah, we'll have to go.
There's a local fan club. They run bus trips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to.
We'll have to pick one.
I'm also selling MapQuest.
Okay.
I never thought I'd be selling MapQuest. So I'm working on my taxes. Have a guy that's helping me with taxes.
Yep.
And it was suggested for me to look up travel for a certain part of my taxes that he wanted to review.
Oh.
So I was trying to like pull a report of like the travel that I did, and it couldn't print because there were so many damn ads on MapQuest. So I actually just went to Google Maps and typed in the address and I exported it. I'm like, here, couldn't print it on MapQuest, but here's like the directions that I took to get to said destination for my taxes. But I just am so surprised. It's probably the first time I've been on MapQuest in quite some time.
I don't know if I've ever used MapQuest.
My parents, I wonder if they use MapQuest, but I remember getting the printouts when we used to go for like soccer tournaments when I was in 7th grade, 6th grade, 5th grade. I forget which year. God, that's been a while. To use MapQuest to find directions to tournaments. And of course, we would get so lost because it was in like the back of like some type of like complex or development. And there it was. So it was fun.
I'm getting a lot less in my tax return this year, which I guess is actually a good thing.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, that is. I guess that means they're actually taking it out correctly. That's what I've been told. I don't know.
You might get your $5,000 credit or tax or return or whatever it's been suggesting right now.
What was that?
Oh, there's been, because of, not to get too political here, but because of the cuts made within the federal government, it is being suggested that everybody in every household will receive $5,000 because of the savings in cutting federal work, employment, stuff like that.
Interesting. That's my comment. Official comment. Interesting.
Yep. Michael Jordan has said, "I'm back." Matt Summers has said, "Interesting."
Put on my tombstone, along with all raw dog fry.
Oh, like a fry. Do you want, now which order do you want that? Do you want interesting, all raw dog a fry, or all raw dog a fry? Interesting.
No, I think I would like it interesting, comma, underneath all raw dog or fry.
Okay.
But you got to make sure you put the comma.
Yeah, okay. I'll make sure. This is your will writing right now on this podcast.
Yeah. I'm going to make a graphic that's just every time I update a quote by Tombstone, I'll just put it in there.
Tombstone. Oh, man. All right, 2 quick ones. I'm buying good beer. I had a good experience at a brewery this past weekend. Beer was great. Food was even better. You're welcome. Matt, I told you after I went.
I know, but I've been there before, so.
Yeah. No. Oh, okay. And then I'm buying customer service. I'm not going to dox them, but I had a situation with my suit that I will not explain any further.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I went to a alternative location. The guy that I met, his name was Mike. Shout out, Mike. And just a wonderful experience. I actually got to like try on the suit that like I would wear for my wedding. Super fun, enjoyed, was super helpful with Jenna and just like everything. We need more people like Mike. If I could be like Mike.
Like Mike. Yeah, I agree. Mikes are great.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
What do you think you rank in the world of like all the mics?
Oh, God. This episode.
I'm gonna Google how many mics are there in the world. Let's see if I can get that answer first.
Let me see here. There's Michael Jordan. There's Michael Bublé. There's Michael B. Jordan. Which, like, all right, you're already counting down the things. What else? Who else is a famous Michael? Michael Jackson. Michael Keaton's another one.
So I'm on mynamestats.com. So this is legit.
All right.
People named Mike in the world, there's over 513,000.
So that's a nickname. What about Michael's?
Okay, Michael's. Yeah.
We gotta be accurate here. Funny business science.
I don't know how to work this website, so I'm gonna go back to Google.
Back to the Google.
Michael's.
Oh, so actually, famousbirthdays.com have ranked famous Michaels. Interesting.
So, by the way, your name Michael is 5th ranked in the world. I don't know what that means. 4.1 million Michaels in the world. Where do you think you rank?
Okay, so number 1, famous Michaels, Michael Jackson.
Okay.
And number 2, Michael Jordan. And number 3, Michael B. Jordan.
Yep.
Coincidence?
Can't forget.
So they put Michael Clifford, who's a guitarist, Michael Lee, who's a YouTube star, Michael Mandel, who's a TikTok star, Michael Hall, who's a TV actor, and they put Michael Bublé at number 8.
Oh, wow.
I don't even know those
Good for
Michaels that are before
Bublé.
Bublé.
Yeah.
They put Phelps at 12.
What?
Yeah.
That's a fraud list.
Who else? Wait, do you know the guy that like clicks his tongue and says nice? Like,
No,
nice.
I'm not familiar.
Oh, man. Okay. He's on this list. His name is Michael. Who else? Michael Keaton's. He's number 26. That's a little
Is
upsetting.
Mike Bibby on there?
Michael Vick is number 34.
I don't know, Jim.
Michael Cole, 38.
Okay.
WWE.
Yep. Where do you think you rank out of all 4.1 million?
This is tough because I feel like I'm like looking at these people. I'm like, I don't know this person. Michael Strahan's at number 43.
That seems a little low for him.
Yeah. I would say, okay, so it ended the list at 48, which was Michael Caine at 48.
Okay.
I'm going to say I'm ranked 39th. So for those who know, typically, I'm above Michael Strahan.
Okay.
And there's a bunch of other movie actors that I'm not too familiar with. So I'm okay with 39.
I think you're definitely in the top million.
Yeah. I just went with the famous birthdays. Millions. I'm in the top million.
Yeah, I think you're definitely in the top million. Yeah.
What about Matt's?
Yes, good. Let's look it up.
Okay, famous Matt. Do you want Matthew? Yeah, it's probably Matthew.
Yeah, Matthew. I'm a Matthew. Yeah.
Oh, you got a tougher list here. You have to deal with Matthew McConaughey, who's number 7.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. That's
shocking.
Who else are you dealing with here? There's a lot of TikTok stars, YouTube stars.
So according to mynamestats.com, there's only 786,000 Matthews in the world.
Wow.
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 So I'm up against some tough competition.
Yeah. These names, Matt, I'll be honest. I think I'm going to say this. You could probably rank number 8 in Famous Matthews.
I could see it.
I don't think you could go above Matthew McConaughey at number 7.
No, I will. No, I'm no Matthew McConaughey.
All right,
I know my place in the world.
I know my place. You kicked out Matthew Espinoza, who's apparently a YouTube star.
Sure.
These are throwing me off here, man.
There's not many famous like athlete Matts that I can.
Oh, there's
think of.
Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, he did win a Super Bowl.
18. Number 18.
Yeah, I would put him above me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're 19th.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take 19. That's fine.
Okay.
I would say I'm in the top 400,000.
All right, that's pretty good.
I guess. Yeah, we'll say. Yeah, that's fine.
That's good.
I'll
you
take
do
it.
you, boo-boo.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Okay, so this spurred from me saying the guy's name was Mike for customer service.
Okay, good customer service.
Yeah. Shout out, Mike. You're the best. Let's wrap this podcast up before it goes off the rails. So
I think that's a great idea.
All right, perfect. Thanks so much for tuning in. You can find all of our good stuff at beacons.ai/funnybusinesspod. Mr. Matthew,
Ish.
what is your advice for the good people of the funny business world?
Know when to end the conversation so it doesn't go off the rails like this podcast.
Wow.
What was that?
That concludes this episode. And until the next time, I'll see you all in the next episode.
Stay safe, everyone.